Today's Mug Moments is in Matthew chapter 13, verses 33 through 35. Jesus also used this illustration. The kingdom of heaven is like the yeast a woman used in making bread. Even though she put only a little yeast in 3 measures of flour, it permeated every part of the dough. Jesus always used stories and illustrations like these when speaking to the crowds. In fact, he never spoke to them without using such parables. This fulfilled what God had spoken through the prophet. I will speak to you in parables. I will explain things hidden since the creation of the world. In today's parable, Jesus compares the kingdom of God to the amount of yeast used when making bread. The amount of yeast is very small compared to the flour, like it says, yet it permeates all of the dough, making it able to rise and be baked into bread. He's saying that even though the kingdom of God may have seemed small, it's permeating all of the world. If you were following along, yesterday we talked about a parable of the mustard seed. They may seem super similar, and they are making similar points. Jesus often talked in stories, like it says in this passage. In fact, it says he always talked in stories and illustrations, or what some called parables. Sometimes he would re-illustrate a story, making the same point. If you have kids, you know that sometimes you have to tell each of them differently so that they can understand it. Different versions affect people differently. Believe it or not, we all have a story. We all have a story that God can use, and your story may be the story somebody needs to hear so that they can understand the love of God. So take time. Let's go be storytellers. Pray, ask God, what is my story? And then go tell how Jesus has changed your life.